Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Let me know if you could hear me loud and clear. Hi Elijah. Hi Lenny. Yes, Lenny, I am also excited about today's stream. I don't know. Okay, so I woke up with okay, I slept quite late, like 2 a.m., right? I was just researching mostly how to be more intentional with YouTube content and everything else. And this morning I woke up, I said, well, I'm just gonna do a video. I haven't done a short video in a while, and I just did that little video. Hi Michael. Nice to have you here. I did a video about learn view before React, and it seems kind of popular so early. Hi, hi, Mr. Hero. Hi, Michael. I'm really glad to see you all in here. Please keep just say hi if you're here. And today we are going to talk about like the majority of the time is going to be spent on the mellow template on the Boring JavaScript stack. But of course, you all know we have to do some housekeeping, right? So I'm just going to switch over to me task. Um, you all know the drill, right? So I'm going to give you the link, and you're going to to retweet, make a comment on it or whatever, so get more people in here. Okay. Hope you all are good. If you have any questions, you could always ask as usual. Web dev questions. You can see I'm rocking my Tailwind shirts today. I don't know. I'm feeling Tailwind CSS today. So you all share that, retweet it, make a comment, whatever. And so where should we start today, really? Right. I just want to go right at it. So comment, retweet the source dive with Kelvin tweet. Hopefully you all have done that. I'm gonna check that out. And let's start with my task. You all know we do the rest of your things before the end of the stream. So I want to quickly talk about the restructuring of the repo and templates. By the way, if you don't know, I am working on the Boring JavaScript Stack. You can find it on GitHub. And I could quickly just give it to you. It's a full stack solution to building JavaScript applications with any front-end framework you like okay, not any, so the three: Vue, React, Svelte. Then you use Tailwind CSS, and you also use Sales for your backend. And so that's what the point of JavaScript stack is all about. You could go start it, GitHub. So I just want to let me see. I want to look at the little. I think we did a little bit of restructuring. I should have said the repo. So let me open up the repo quickly. And here. So this is the Boring JavaScript Stack repo. Before now, um, I had to think of what I really want the stack to be all about, because the vision for the boring JavaScript stack is to do most of the boring work for you. Of course, we'll give you boring stable technologies, but most of the boring work that you would normally do when you start a new project. And this is keeping in mind both indie makers, like here, like a solo founder or even enterprise. We want to be able to give you really smart default. It's something I learned from sales. So smart default in terms of templates, right? So most times in your favorite framework, anytime you create a new project, you have this, for the lack of a better word, useless hello world thing where it's of no use to you. Of course, you just saying that, yeah, your app is live now, go figure it out yourself. That's all fun and good, but for people, if you want to move quickly, you need more than that, right? You need authentication, you need recovery password. You don't have to build that yourself every time, and you don't have to use like a third party to do that. So one thing I want to offer with the boring JavaScript stack is these boring things are taken care of. And the way we're going to do that is by using templates. So if you look at the templates folder in the boring JavaScript stack, you get to see something called mellow. What is mellow? So these names are going to be taken from the words that are used to describe the mascot for the boring JavaScript stack, which is a manatee. They are called like the gentle cows of the sea. So one word we'll use for them is mellow. So mellow is like just calm, good, and it's mellow is gonna be like the default starter template that you would use if you don't need any other extra fluff. By default, meaning that you have a lot to have. So since we're taking care of React, Svelte, and Vue, we're gonna have mellow for React, mellow for Svelte, and mellow for Vue. This is a lot of work, I know, and sometimes I'd be like, I should be selling this, but I want to give a lot of value for free because I feel I want to see you succeed building your applications with the Boring JavaScript Stack in the sense that you just have all this really quality value for free. Then you just go and build stuff. Everything is MIT licensed, of course, so you could use it, do whatever you want with it, and it's all good. So that's what Mellow is. And if you noticed, I think I put out a tweet last week, maybe, or the week before. Can't remember. I was looking for a designer because I didn't know what to just go and hack things out like I normally do. Just come up with design. Though you all have said my designs are not that bad, but I wanted a professional that would like work on it. So I got someone to do that. Michael. So quick segue. Michael said no solid. The thing is, inertia doesn't have a solid adapter. I envision in the future we'll be able to write an adapter for solid, maybe like in a collaboration with the solid team. But the team is mostly focused on solid start at the time. So, and I don't know solid enough to want to invest in writing a solid adapter for inertia. So, but if you can, of course, it's open source. You could contribute a solid adapter to the Boring stack. Then we could just use solid as well. But for now, we're only going to. In fact, I do know that other UIs are going to pop up in the future, but it's going to be fun to work on those when they come up. But for now, it's Vue, React, and Svelte. Okay. Yeah. So I got a designer, right? And are you all ready to see what she came up with? Let me know in the comments. Um, I am gonna let's see. Give me a sec. Um, wait, I'm looking for a profile. Um, give me. Okay, I found her. So this is the designer, Anoki. She helped out with giving us the very first design for Mellow, which we're going to build on top. All right, so you all know I like pretty simple. And shout out to Noki for being very selfless with help. She really knocked it out of the park in terms of timeliness and also being proactive. So I really appreciate her work on that. So without further ado, let's look at Mellow. You ready? So we're gonna open up Figma. And this is what you're gonna get when you do npx create sales, whatever project name dash dash view or React or Svelte, or even just follow like our wizard guide. You get Mellow by default. In the future, you could be able to. I think the API will be like you passing it as your template. Then we're going to also ask you to choose a template, but by default, you get Mellow. So what is Mellow, and what will Mellow offer? If we quickly go to the Boring JavaScript stack and we look at the issue, you see an issue called add Mellow templates. This issue defines what Mellow should have. So Mellow is the default starter template for the Boring JavaScript stack. It's going to be minimal and a simple implementation of user authentication. So most apps out there, you're going to need sort of user management, login, registration, password reset, email verification, password confirmation at the very least, and also like profile management. So Mellow is going to give you like a full featured working, not just the design. It's going to be working that once you, even if you check it out on Stackplace, because if you go to the README, you see links to go to Stackplace. So you'll be able to use the application as is, and you just customize what you want. Okay, so it's going to be really fun. I'm going to be working on the view of course, the mellow view first, sort of like to create like a cadence and a foundation for the other UIs we're supporting. So let me know what you all think about mellow. So let's explore mellow a little bit. All right. So this is the landing page. Uh, what happened to Figma? Uh, it's been a while I've been on Figma. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so this is like the landing page we're gonna get. Let me see there in the comments. Oh yeah, yes, I'm glad. So this is it. You're gonna be simplifying user authentication, but like you all know how it goes. And take note of the header, the navbar, login and sign up. And this is definitely just like pictures of the, I think probably not, but it should be just pictures like showing you what is in mellow. And of course just the section, like it looks like a landing page of an actual SaaS or like a actual service you're offering. That's what we're trying to get, like that's the entire vibe with the Boring JavaScript Stack. So you could just customize your, and then of course you could overhaul this because you want to, probably going to make it easy to be themeable. I don't know. But to ship 1.0, probably not going to do much, but just get the design and the functionality out of the park. So this is like the landing page. Let's look at the screens. So this is like the login. So let's zoom into the login a little bit. Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. So she added this continue with Google. I kind of like it because how many times do you think of implementing Oauth 2 in your applications? You all know the workflow is a little bit not that easy to implement by yourself, right? So imagine Mellow comes with this, because we have like an Oauth 2 hook for sales which I wrote called Wish. It's currently powered the salesguys.com login with GitHub. We could add like the login with Google as well, and we just hook that up for you. All you have to do when you want to make that work, just to pass in your config, like the Google secrets and client ID, all this kind of stuff. But this UI is looking really, really good. I like it. And so these are just showing all the states when it's inactive, when it's active, and the sign up, just you know all looking good, looking really pretty. Wow. I like the shadow going on in here. And then we'll have the profile. The profile is really good. So like just basic. We're also gonna give you like a upload image profile thing. Probably gonna do like a, I don't know, like a file storage, not like set up like an external service, which it will be easy for you to set up if you need to in our documentation, because we're gonna be working on the docs real soon. And yeah, so this, it's mellow. I'm gonna put the link in the Discord and also in the GitHub. So let's put it in the GitHub. So mm, here's the link for the design of mellow on Figma. So I would have to start working on this like immediately. So I just wanted to unveil this first, then I start like shipping at it until we get completion. Yeah, I'm glad you all like it. So I'm letting you know, wow. Yes, Joe, you could definitely, but it's gonna take a while before anyone else will work on the mellow React of stuff, because I want to set like a cadence. I need to, because most of this code will be reusable, especially the one in the sales bit of it. So the sales bit, the stars are gonna be reusable. Just the React part that will change for each of those ones. So so just the component part. So I want to work on Vue and set up like a structure. Then we all can work on React and Svelte to make sure that it's really good. So Mellow is one of several templates that's going to come out. Like I'm really looking forward to like even, I don't know, doing something like an e-commerce template, like a fully featured, not just the design, like it works, integrating billing and payments and teams, all those kind of boring stuff that you would need for your applications. We're going to provide it for you in the boring stack. So this is gonna be fun. So let's see what else do I have on my list. So I've talked about the structure. Talk about the okay. We've not talked about the. So I shout out to the designer. Your task. You all know. Go join the sales class community if you're not already. Start the Boring Stack repo. I think it's one. It should be my most started repo so far, which I'm happy about. So you all keep starting, keep sharing. I did some changes. Um, so what happened is I added a new GitHub action to like a GitHub workflow prettier. So this one was really interesting because I had to do some tweak. So if you notice, so this action is anytime we push or pull on any of the branches, is going to run prettier. All right, so it's going to like write like just format our files with the prettier styling. Notice this dash dash config. I never had to pass it in before, but because of the way the Boring Stack repo is set up, we have a lot of sub repos that are almost like packages. So even the templates, the whole idea is that if you seed into templates and you seed into like mellow view, you should be able to run npm like sales lift and you run the app, so you can run npm install and everything in that folder. So those folders also have their own printer files. So if we deploy this GitHub action without this dash dash config, it's going to pick the config in any of the nested folders. So that's going to be an issue because the config for each of these templates have like a Tailwind Prettier plugin. And it's not installed, right? So when Prettier finds it, it's gonna say, okay, you said I should use this, but this is not installed. It's gonna complain. So when passing this, just say that okay, use the config that is at the root, which is this bad boy. So that was a fun learning experience. So that's the GitHub action. I think I also added commit links. So commit links going to make us use conventional commits. So when you are contributing to the Boring Stack repo, so I should be able to like set another workflow that will check for your commits when you push, so that we could be able to catch it and you could make sure they are conventional. All right. So that will be cool. That will be fun. Yeah. So any questions on all those? So that is done. I saw this article. I want to talk about a little bit, and so let me open it up. So you all know I'm a big view person, right? Of course, you all should know that. And so let's read this article really. So I saw it on the Netlify blog. It's by Ben Hong. Ben Hong is also like I think he is a senior staff developer experience engineer at Netlify. And he also works greatly at the Vue team. I think he's part of the core team too. And so he wrote this article. So why Vue is a great fit for modular software architecture. So we're going to read it together, y'all. Okay. Let me see. Okay, no comment. So we're going to read it and we're going to look at Wish for the rest of this stream. We're going to try to implement Wish for Google. It's mostly going to be research. I don't know. I've been dragging my feet in implementing others providers for Wish. We have GitHub right now. We need GitLab. We need Google. What other OAuth providers are there? GitLab, Google. Yeah, mostly if we could support GitLab and Google, that would be fun. But we need to support it in order for us to make sure that Mellow has that sign up with Google flow. So we gotta do that. All right, so we'll start the research and see how we could figure it out today. But let's read this article. It's not that long. So why Vue is a great fit for modular software architecture? Having trouble deciding what front-end framework to invest in? I don't. I just use Vue. You're not alone. After all, decisions like this have big implications for teams that will likely be working with the technology for years to come. Fortunately, this question is a lot easier to answer than most people realize when investing in modular software architecture. And for those new to the composable modular software architecture trend, be sure to check this blog post for my teammate Phil. In this post, we'll be talking about why Vue should be one of your top contenders when choosing a front-end framework to invest in for the long haul. Why Vue? As one of the top 3 JavaScript frameworks, Vue has a vibrant community that helps to drive it forward in terms of innovating on new ideas. Examples of companies using Vue include GitLab, Ray, REI, um, Louis Vuitton, Upwork, and many more. Plus, if you're planning to build software for the long haul, it's a lot easier to find Vue developers. Why? Because Vue leans heavily on web standards. Anyone with a solid understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can get onboarded much faster. In fact, in my experience, the approachability of Vue code bases often make it easier for less JavaScript-oriented team members to jump into the code base as well. This often results in shipping features faster and making it easier for the team to maintain the code base in the long run. That is true. Twitter, okay, yeah. Twitter and Facebook, cool. It works for apps of all sizes. When it comes to modular software architecture patterns, flexibility is one of the top priorities for the tech stack. If teams are required to onboard to new technology every time they switch to a new project, that can cost significant time and effort. However, Vue is an incredibly adaptable framework and can suit projects both large and small, which is a huge plus for long-term maintenance. Just drop it in as a library. When most people think of front-end frameworks, the first thing that comes to mind are big toolchains. And for those who have worked on legacy apps before, sometimes projects don't allow you to rewrite the entire toolchain just to use the latest and greatest framework. However, with just one line on any HTML page, you can leverage Vue to progressively enhance your apps to have dynamic interactions and render dynamic data. This is one thing I really like about Vue, and I think I also mentioned it in the video I just did on Learn Vue before React. You could use Vue from the CDN, like just put it on your HTML page, just like it gives you the old good days of jQuery, right? Where you just like uses the CDN, then you can start adding Vue stuff into it. So you could literally just drop this script tag on your page, on any HTML page. You could test it now, and you can just have access to the full power of Vue, which is just amazing. Okay, you can learn more about the CDN approach in the official Vue docs. But if you have control of how your build toolchain works, Vue has got you covered. Use it as a traditional single page application. While there have been a lot of recent discussions around the single page application approach of building apps, SPAs continue to have value for projects that are not beholden to typical criticisms of SPAs. Example, SEO, heavy dependency on client-side JavaScript, etc. As you can expect from any framework, Vue looks after you with the Create Vue CLI tool. Makes it easy for you to scaffold a new Vue SPA project with Vite. So you all know the Boring JavaScript Stack is like another take on building SPA, right? So Vue, of course, makes building SPA easy, but my own approach is I just wanted to still have the like a server side framework powering everything instead of having a separate API. So that's like what is made possible by inertia, which is like the router that the Boring JavaScript Stack uses. Fun stuff. But what about projects that don't need any significant JavaScript to be run on the client side? Is there a way to use Vue to build a static site? Of course, there is. Don't need an app but want to leverage it for site theming and maintenance. When you don't need all the JavaScript that Vue provides for interactivity, but you want to build a site that's content focused, you can leverage some of the popular meta frameworks in the ecosystem, such as VitePress, Nox3, plus Nox Content, and Astro. But wait, what if you want interactivity and content without the downside of front loading all the JavaScript to the user's browsers, which could lead to performance and SEO effects? Switch it up and use it for server-side rendering as well. All the good stuff of Vue, really. Hi Dina, welcome. So for those who want to use the tried and tested approach of server-side rendering SSR, Vue provides Vite plugin SSR and meta frameworks like Nox 3, which empowers you to deploy your app using SSRO to your desired deployment platform. But wait a second, what if you want it all? Okay. What if you need a little bit of this and a little bit of that? While many sites only need a single approach, e.g., like a CDN, single page application, SSR, etc., to provide the best experience possible to their users. The complexity of sites continues to grow, and people recognize that one size does not always fit everything. True. So, as expected of the web community, recent innovations to let people choose the right approach to different parts of a site is becoming more common. Interested in this hybrid approach, Vue can help you there too with Nox 3 route rules, which enable you to define specific rendering strategies for different routes. That makes sense. As you can see, next steps, as you can see, Vue can be adapted to whatever size you need it to be so that it fits in your desired software architecture. And the great thing about having that decision made is you can focus on what really matters, building and shipping apps that have real world impact on users. What does that remind you all of? Yes, the Boring JavaScript Stack. So good. And if you'd like to learn more about Vue, check out the following resources: Vue docs, Nox docs, VitePress docs. If you'd like to learn more about deploying with Vue on Netlify, be sure to check out how Netlify makes it easy to work with Vue. Awesome article. So this just drive on the point of Vue being amazing. And I really like this last bit. What really matters is building and shipping apps that have real world impact. That's what I want to see build with the JavaScript stack. I want to see businesses making like maybe, I don't know, $5,000 per month in a monthly recurring revenue built on the Boring JavaScript stack. Right? It's just amazing. And just what we're doing is mostly giving you a foundation, like a head start, so you could just go and build an amazing thing. Yeah. Yes, Noxter is great. I've heard great things about it too. So the focus, yes, is very important. Learning the focus is important. So if you all want to read this bad boy, what we just read, I'm gonna drop in the link. Check it out. Also, do not forget to do your tasks. Join the Salescast community if you haven't already. I'm gonna add it here and start the Boring JavaScript Stack repo. Okay, go over to GitHub right now. Give it a star so that it gets more people to can easily find it. Boring stock. Okay. Yeah, so we've read this article. So subscribe, of course, follow on YouTube or Twitch so that you get notified for all these things we're doing. I want to try to make more content on YouTube. I did like a tweet on like what sort of Vue focused content because I like Vue. So everything in my interest, web development, I'm gonna like find a way to like do short videos, 5, 6, 7, 10-minute video. Aside the how I publish npm packages series, which will be coming like in July, one of the weeks of July. Okay, so you all look out for that. So start the Boring Stack repo, subscribe and follow on YouTube or Twitch. So lastly, I need to do some work on the Oauth for which I've been putting this off for as long as possible, but with seeing the design Noki made for the Boring JavaScript stack, I don't have a choice anymore, right? I need to be able to fix this. So this continue with Google. Like this is gonna be really fun, right? Because I'm thinking of the so if you come in for the first time to as a user, right? So your user, okay. Let's say you've deployed the sites with all our codes and everything. And let's say for example you want to try to change your profile. You want to set a password even though you logged in with Google. That's going to be fun to actually see how we work on a flow. I think internally we just have to upgrade or downgrade. Is it a downgrade if you falling back to basic password email combo? I don't know, but we're gonna have to implement a way to like, okay, yeah, you previously logged in with Google, but now you want to like set a password. So that means you need to um for your next login, you would have to log in with your email and password combo. Fair, that's good. And here, I think I would need to tweak this a little bit because I like you providing the old password, but if you signed up with Google, you did not have a password. So this is gonna be fun to actually implement. I could see how fun this will be. All right, so it's gonna be really fun to work on. So let's do some research, right? So let's say Oauth to 2.0 with Google implementation, and I'm going to create a new project in Basecamp. For this, I think I have an open source project, open source good, and I'm going to create a new task. Okay, I could show you guys all this. This is not really that serious. Boring stack. So what I did was I created a new to do and just give them groups. So this is the boring stack. So the boring stack ecosystem has a lot. This one I probably want to rename it to mellow view. This one too will be renamed to like mellow react, because this I did this at the time where I thought I was just gonna ship just one template, but yeah, plans changed, I guess. So the boring stack itself, okay, so this has been done, so I haven't checked this in a while. This has been done, like the right now if you try to scaffold the project, you get the normal counter app. So these all are done, right? Yes, also this one is done too. Implement downloading a specific repo. All done. So what I want is a new list for the wish. So this is a sales hook for Oauth 2.0 login. Yes, for Oauth 2.0. And I would also share the repo to wish. Let me quickly look for it. Wish GitHub. So it should be sales hook wish GitHub. Okay, cool. So this is wish. I would share this with you all. You could go. Well, it has one star. Interesting. And like I didn't really talk about this project a great deal. I don't know why. I just needed it for salescast.com and I just use it internally. So let's look at wish. Like see the code base. I think we've checked this out before. So it's just like a simple sales hook. So providers now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create git checkout dash b feature add Google provider. Okay. So the idea is, let's see, we should be able to add like Google here, and also here we should be able to define like a Google provider. So I don't know what, like, if all these informations are going to map properly. So allow for scopes for the token URL. So this is how GitHub is set up. So you could specify the scope, and this everything here, the way sales hook is done. If you define a new hook and you set like this default property, and like you pass in anything in there. So in your config, you could have wish.js. Okay. So if you scaffold, if you are using wish, you got wish.js, and you could override any of this thing, any of it at all you don't want. But this is just great. So the default should work for you, but if you have specific use case, it's easily over. Just provide the same object, the same structure. Sales will use that instead. All right. So what I want to do is to do a bit of research. So um using, so let's stay in Node.js. So this one is in 2023. So let's see. You just go and walk you through. So just gonna go. Okay, it's using Axios and all that jazz. And all that jazz. We don't need this. Health checker. Okay, don't need that too. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So select an existing project or create a new one. So we okay. All right. So even on GitHub, you need to like create like some client secrets and all that, which is needed. So this is what I need. I need to log into Google Cloud. So probably need to set this up. Set up Google Console. Okay. And to do this, this should console the cloud. Oh, this is like multiple subdomain. Copy this bad boy. So I would work on this. Probably, I definitely just doing research right now live, but I should work on it like later today, and also work on shipwright today. And I'm gonna do like the treble API community call today too. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff to work on today. Fun stuff. I see if I could whip this up, and I want to set up like okay, I'm going to use internally a like a test sales application to test this. So, but let's see. Well, this might be useful to me. So, if you're going to set this up, of course, you need to get like a new project on Google Cloud. Okay, let me see the permission stuff. Okay, Oauth consent screen. Okay, that's good. Okay, I want to see the credentials. I'll be okay. Okay, so this. Okay, this interesting. This looks like what I should be passing to the. So let's go to. Okay, yeah, client ID. Yeah, this one I know all too well. So we have we do set that up. Let's see. Yeah, look at how we're getting it. So by default, Wish is going to check for the client's ID for the provider, right? In the config local.js, or if you are in production, it's going to check that. So that's why we're doing this itinerary. So you're going to check the custom property of your prod.js config or local.js. So this is going to be really fun to implement. So user from token. So let's see. Redirect. So this is like the redirect, because once someone clicks on that login button, we need to redirect them to Google, whatever provider that's going to handle the flow. So this is going to be fun. So this is, I'm pretty sure this would change a great deal for Google. It means I'm going to move things around a little bit. So to redirect your eyes. So okay, these are the environments. So we need Google OAuth client ID, Google OAuth client secrets, Google OAuth redirect. Okay. It's, let's see. Okay. Client ID. Okay. Where's the secret? Scope. Wait. Client ID separator scope. Okay, this is good. Okay, cool. And the token. Okay, set up the database. Okay, so we're not going to need to use Prisma because we have Waterline for that. Create the validation schema. Okay. We have Anchor for that too. Okay. So this probably just need three things: ID, secret, and redirect, which is good. We have like a good enough setup for that. And the options, the grant type authorization code. Which are okay. This is the same one that we're probably passing in here. Probably this thingamajig. Yeah, token you. I'm not sure. That should. I'm not sure it's going to map, but this is going to be fun to like get the logic to switch. Okay, so here we want to specify the headers. Okay, so you make a request to the root URL of this one when the user try to redirect. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that code we were calling it token right now, but Google calls it code, I guess. Okay, so this is how you get the user information. Good. Get Google user. So we have something like this, which is user from token. Well, this would change a bit. Probably internally we can still refer it to as token, but I don't know. I need to decide how that would work. User URL. Okay. User URL. This is what we're setting up here. So this. So the user URL for Google. Is it still V1 access token? Okay, which is the token that we get? Wait a minute. So this, I'm just gonna copy it like so. Um, you're gonna need to prepend the access token, but this should work. Then the token URL, what did he say? Okay, this is the token URL. Okay, this is fun. Token URL. Gonna move this to the top just to be uniform. Okay, good. So unlike GitHub, we don't have scopes, do we? Okay, it still okay. Let me read Rene's comments. Sorry, it still seems nice to use local but which do you use often for environment variable in sales? Have you used .salesrc? I normally don't use the salesrc, only when I'm setting up like a generator. That's when I touch it. So like Captain Vein, which is like our fake factory for sales, uses have a generator. So even the boring stack would have a generator to like get you scaffold stuff. So for me, how I deal with local variables. So let's say let me open a sales project called sales test. All right. So this is like a sales project. I use it to test working on sales stuff. So what I would do is in my config, every local variable that is just for me will be here because this is ignored in the git ignore, for example. So if we look at local, look at it, it's ignored, right? So it's going to be here. And the reason why I like doing it like so is because I don't have to set up .env. So for separate environments, like if you go to env here, you could see production and staging. Right, so in production, I could now specify custom. So when you look at the custom property, this is where you put in values that you want to use for production. Right. So normally here I would do so maybe if I that's why you see in Wish, if you look at this bit here where we have it's looking for the config provider and client ID. So it's going to first check local.js. So if local.js exists, that means it's in development. If not, it checks the custom. So because of this now, if I do something like this, let's just say Google, for example, right? And I'm passing all the information, it's going to pick it up from this file. So I really like this setup a lot because I don't have to set up .env or whatever. It just work because here, if I specify process.env, is going to be picked up in whatever cloud you're using, or wherever you're deploying it. For me, I deploy to render, so there's always going to be that environment. So that normally just works. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Lenny. And so far we have this. So let's go more. We have like 11, 12 more minutes. If you have any question, you could ask. Redirect your eye. So this one you have to provide to Google in the Google Cloud Console. So let's look at the shape of the Google user. So you come back with an ID, email. Mostly we store this, and I saw in an implementation for Oauth where you have to store, because like there's this nice thing. I think I noticed it. Is it on Indie Hacker? If you try logging in with a separate Oauth that you did not use before, it's going to tell you that, okay, hey, you used Google before. So that's really, it's really good. I don't know how it's figured that out, but it's really nice to have that also in the Boring JavaScript stack. So this will be really fun. I am definitely going to work on this for the hour. So maybe like the next 1 hour, just try to hack things out before my API community call for Treble. So if you'd like API, make sure you join the Treble API community. I'll quickly pop in them. So yes, exactly. Then it is like most times when people come to be like, oh, how do you do env? I think someone even wrote like a .env package hook for sales, but this is so clean. Like I've always been of the opinion, if you're going to use a certain tech, just try and adapt the convention and the mindset. It makes your life a whole lot easier. Like there's so cool stuff that sales just makes so much easy for you if you just adapt the mindset. So this is gonna be fun. So definitely gonna use this article as guide number one. Watch a couple of YouTube video and all that stuff, or if I can't figure it out. But I'm gonna set up the Google Cloud Console, and we should be able to have like which is gonna ship with the Google provider, which is gonna ship in Mellow, and also we're gonna support GitLab. I am not on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook account, so that would be trippy in order to set up. But I don't know if there's a lot of requests for it. We might do Facebook Oauth, but I think GitLab, GitHub, Google are the three popular. I think, but if there are requests for it, we'll do it anyways. Mm. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely going to be fun. I can't wait for it to work and ship it to Mellow. So I am excited about Mellow. You're going to see me tweet about it. I'll start working on the UIs. Today we are 10 minutes out. So any questions, any web dev questions? If you've not seen my latest video, go check it out. Not now, afterwards, after this stream. So this has been fun. Thank you all for like. I really like. I was able to do the minimal thing for Wish today, because I've been dragging my feet in implementing this other OAuth. But this is gonna be fun, and can't wait for it to go out there. I probably should also set up the commit links I set up here too, so that anyone could. I know, of course, Lenny is going to contribute a good, and of Lenny made a new VS Code extension. Shout out to Lenny. Manta Sales is the name, I presume. So let's see, Manta Sales VS Code extension. I haven't looked at it, but it should be cool. So it's a sales snippet. So if you do snippet things, so let me just give you a bunch of snippets that just makes your life easy. I should use more snippets, to be honest. I don't know, man. I'm boring. I probably just like act like a caveman and just type in everything. But this should really be cool. You all could go check it out. So you could generate a function, generate an input template. Mm, let's go check out the repo. Let's start. Let's give Lenny a star. So let me see the snippets. Let's look at it and see how cool. Okay, so let's see. This is function. Okay, cool. Init function. So oh, you could multiple prefixes. Good stuff. Templates. Okay, so you generated a function and you wanted to generate like the input template. Good stuff. Okay. Boolean. Oh, cool. That's a lot. So yeah, Lenny gave you all fully featured, power packed snippets for VS Code. You all should go check it out. It should be really fun. I want to see more people build stuff like this. I really like the proactiveness he's taking to sales. He's building tools that he's going to use, of course, and you all can also use it. He also contributed to Sailboat. Sailboat is I haven't touched that code for a while. It's the VS. It's the. It's not official, right? But it's the VS Code extension for sales. Like it's supposed to be like a tooling pack. So you have a ton of things in there. It's what makes you, if you're in Raps.js, you're able to click on a particular controller and it navigates you to the file. So Salesbot should be. I want also have a language server for sales. I won't be able to like invest more time in doing that, but it's something I'm looking forward to. Yeah. So writing VS Code extensions is really quite fun. So we're gonna experiment more on that. Yeah, sure. You're welcome, Lenny. Good stuff. Keep up the good work. So yeah, no questions, anybody? We are 6 minutes, so we're gonna close down. Right? So this has been really fun. Um, looking forward to next week's stream. Probably on next week's stream, we're going to be working on. Okay, next week is the API security hackathon for Trouble. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream like an hour, but it's going to be Thursday, and the judging is on Friday, so I should be able to stream. But we don't know. Yeah. So the name is Manta Sales. Let me give you the repo. I almost forgot. The Witcher is out on Netflix. I just saw the volume one. Guess what? Okay, so I should be working on Wish, right? But I'm tempted to just see one episode. Just one. I don't know. Probably I'll see it at night. I'll probably just see it just one, okay? But don't judge me. But I'll be looking forward to the news series. This is gonna be really fun. But of course I will do stuff. So we are all good now. Thank you all for being here. You all are amazing. Let me know if you have any idea of any thing you want me to talk about on stream. Share it with me before or during the stream. Ask your questions. But don't be shy. All right, and go start the borrowing stack repo. Very important. And yeah, thank you. Yes, yes, Michael. The new season 3, is going to come out in volumes. So volume 1 is like, let me check my phone. Give me a sec. Um, so season 3, volume 1 have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 episodes. That'd be like 50 minutes. Give or take 5-6 hours to watch it. Sounds like a plan for the weekend. But I have to code the boring JavaScript stack during the weekend too. I also shipwright, still need a lot of work. Oh my. This is tricky. But anyways, we'll figure it out. So yeah, thank you all for coming. We're gonna shut that now so I'll give you all like 4 minutes. From next streams, we're gonna be hardcore coding, okay? So just gonna be working on stream. It's gonna be fun. So thank you all for your time. We did not do confetti for when we unveiled the mellow stuff. How rude. Let's do confetti now. Yes. Yes. Confetti. So yeah. Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you everyone for coming. See you all in the next one.